either lying down or seated and cozied up, and have taken time to set up your environment so that it's quiet, dark, and free of distraction. If not, you have plenty of time. Take the time to settle in now. We're going to begin as we always do, taking some time to anchor and to become grounded in the body as a way of preparing us for the sleep-like, dream-like state of Yoga Nidra. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let's see, make sure everybody is muted as you settle in. Please feel free to grab a blanket, perhaps have a pillow underneath your head, neck, and shoulders, an eye pillow for your eyes if you like, and then begin to settle in, resting your eyes, tuning into the breath. So by taking the time to connect to the breath and to become a little more grounded in the body, we allow the nervous system a sense of safety and containment for the Yoga Nidra practice, allowing the body to relax fully and the mind to drift without effort. So there's really no effort to control the mind or to direct the mind. It's more about being present with whatever arrives in your experience. By preparing the body and the mind with some breath work, we can help to direct our experience of Yoga Nidra so that it feels a bit more restorative rather than disorienting. And in the long term, this practice will support deeper rest and a state of integration that allows for deep sleep and healthy REM sleep. Take some time, check in with your body, be sure that you feel comfortable and held, warm, but not too hot, just warm enough. And then when you're ready to begin, rest your eyes, soften the eyes a bit more, and begin to become absorbed by the breath. Breath is natural as it is in these first few moments. Simply observing the breath and allowing the mind to anchor to the breath and to ultimately become absorbed by the breath. And it's simply an invitation. As you connect to your body through the breath, notice how you are feeling this evening. And if it's helpful, name the emotion or the sensation that you are feeling. Notice what you're feeling in the body. And then notice the label that your mind attaches to that feeling or that sensation. You might also notice and sense if there's more than one feeling or sensation. And perhaps more than one, perhaps pairs of opposites. So perhaps in the body you feel a sense of joy, and yet maybe also sadness. Just notice what you feel. Observe it. And then return to the breath. Acknowledging what and how you feel. as you begin this practice. And then begin to let go of the busyness of your day, the doing of your day, by allowing for a slow, deep breath in through the nose. Feel for breathing in from the belly. Open the mouth. Exhale with a sigh. Literally a physical release, a cathartic release, letting go of the day that's now nearly behind you. That is now beyond your control. And simply surrendering to this moment here and now. Another deep breath in through the nose from the belly. Stretch your lungs, stretch your rib cage, expand your awareness of the breath. And then exhale through the mouth, perhaps a bigger sigh. You might even stick out your tongue and let go. That vocal, cathartic release of letting go. And then one more time. In through the nose, from the belly, breathe in. And then perhaps a very big, loud lion's breath. Anything that you held back from saying that you'd really like to express, do so now. Releasing all that energy that might be stuck in the throat, stagnant in the body, so that when the breath returns, natural breath, you might sense a different feeling in the body, perhaps sensing the body resting on the ground, feeling supported, held it, and grounded. And also feeling perhaps a sense of just being open to feeling a little lighter, a little more spacious, and a little less attached. A little less attached to the day that's now nearly behind you. And then with the least bit effort possible, breathe steady. In and out of the nose, if possible. Breathing from the belly. So it's by breathing from the belly that you initiate the inhale and the exhale. As you breathe from the belly with the greatest ease possible, so the least bit of effort, you might imagine or sense or feel the very bottom, the base of your lungs, like the lower third of your lungs. And just sense breathing from the base of your lungs. Feeling the base of the lungs on the inhale. So you're just breathing in to about a third of your capacity. Taking time to exhale the breath from the base of the lungs. And then just continue with this practice of breathing through the nose, from the belly, filling the base of the lungs, breathing into just about a third of your full capacity. Taking time to exhale to empty the base of the lungs. So in this practice, you are breathing deep, deep belly breaths, by keeping the upper lungs and the chest quiet, passive, and receptive. And then begin to slowly breathe in a little bit more. So now you're breathing into the base of the lungs and the middle portion of the lungs, like to the sides of your rib cage, front and back. Take time with the exhale to empty the breath fully. Breathing in to about 2/3 of your full capacity, filling the lower lungs and then the mid lungs. Continuing to exhale to empty the breath fully. Might begin to sense a moment of emptiness at the end of your exhale. Continue breathing in, lower lungs, mid lungs, 2/3 of your full capacity. Following the exhale to completion and perhaps a moment of emptiness and stillness. Upper lungs, the chest, and the heart space remains quiet, passive, and receptive. And then finally, as you feel ready, breathe in fully. Feel the base of the lungs first. Take time to stretch the mid lungs. And then feel the breath moving up and into the upper lungs, expanding the chest wall, creating some gentle opening in the heart space. Follow your exhale to completion. And then continue for a few more rounds. Breathing in fully, lower lobes of the lungs, mid lungs, upper lungs, gently expanding, opening the heart space at the top of the inhale. Emptiness, stillness at the end of the exhale. About 2 more rounds. When you finish your last round, just let go of the effort. Let natural breath resume. And notice the breathing pattern that remains, that lingers. And then notice how, when you breathe from the belly, returning to belly breathing, as you inhale to the belly, notice how energy rises from the belly to the mid lungs to the heart space. And as you exhale, notice how that energy moves downward, inward, grounding the body, allowing you to feel a little more held, a little more supported by the surface, the ground below you. And sense this, breathing in from the belly, energy rising to the heart space. And then as you exhale, breath moving up and out of the lungs, sensing this energy moving downward into the body, allowing you to feel a little more grounded, held, and supported by the earth below. And sense these two movement patterns, breath moving in and up, energy moving down and in. And then the breath moving up and out as your energy moves in and down. So breath rising, energy grounding, breath releasing, energy settling. Breath rising, energy moving inward. Exhaling, releasing, energy settling within. Take about 2 more breaths. Notice the movement of the breath and the movement of energy within the body. And then relax. Release the effort to breathe. Soften all the muscles in your face. Relax your jaw, your tongue, and even the belly. So you fully release and let go of any effort to breathe. And now you just allow yourself to linger in the residue of the breath and the movement of energy created or directed through the breath. Notice how you're feeling now and any shift that has taken place from the moment we began to this moment now. And then take the time to prepare yourself physically into Yoga Nidra. Making any adjustment to your physical shape or posture, your blankets, your props, the environment around you. And then feel, once you're physically arranged and prepared, feel for the energetic shift, the full release of doing anything, including breathing the breath. So the mind can settle into a state of spacious awareness as the body settles into deep inner relaxation. Nothing to do, nothing left to control, including the breath. Nothing to change. And as you prepare physically, energetically for this shift into the practice of Yoga Nidra, give yourself full permission to be present and to let go. Tonight's practice is guided by the full snow moon, which actually peaked last night, but it's still lingering in the sky. It's a moon that reflects light across deep winter stillness. It's one of my favorite full moons. Snow moons do not rush grow. They illuminate what is here, what is already present, what is already full, inviting rest, integration, and dreaming, a fullness of your experience. The Yoga Nidra practice invites you into a dreamlike state of conscious rest. The body sleeps deeply And awareness floats gently between wakefulness and dreaming, a state that supports healthy digestion of life's experiences and emotions, memory integration, and rapid eye movement sleep, REM sleep. And it's REM sleep. Think of REM sleep as the healing of the mind, where deep sleep is really about healing of the body. In this practice, in many ways, we are simulating both the benefit of deep sleep for the physical body and REM sleep for the mind. Settle a little more deeply into your body. Feel points of connection with the ground below you, points of contact with blankets or pillows supporting your body, holding your body. Feel for the space around you, and then sense a quiet space within you. As you soften your eyes and lower the gaze of the eyes towards the body, you might begin to imagine or sense your body floating effortlessly in the moonlight of the full snow moon. The ground beneath you disappears, and there is nothing you need to hold. The moonlight now surrounds you and holds you effortlessly, soft and calm, holding you gently as if the awareness itself were carrying your weight, the weight of your body, the weight of your life experiences. The air is still. The light, the moonlight is low and comforting. And your body feels light, supported, and at ease. There is no direction, no destination, simply floating, suspended between earth and sky, between wakefulness and sleep, as you float effortlessly in the glow, the moonlight of the full snow moon. And it's from this weightless place of being, this place of being held, you might now invite a gentle intention to your practice, a quiet truth within you that you wish to nourish through rest. It might be something you would like to receive, to offer to yourself or another, or to embody. Something as simple as I am safe to let go. I rest deeply with presence and ease. Whatever your intention might be, repeat it to yourself or out loud 3 times, as if you're whispering it into the moonlight. And then breathe it in and let it go, allowing your intention to drift softly beneath your expanding awareness. And then through your awareness, begin to sense your body, the outline of your body, and all the space between the physical body, bones, the tendons, ligaments, muscles, organs, the brain, the heart. Sense the energy body, what you feel in this physical body and in this experience. Notice the mind, the thoughts, the stories, the movie that you might see behind your eyelids. And then begin to sense something even deeper within you, the intuitive self. And as we journey now through the physical body, we're going to move our awareness through the physical plane of the body as a way to settle and soothe the physical body so that the energy body can harmonize and the mind body can settle and rest, and so that the intuitive body becomes a bit more present. We become a bit more aware of this intuitive self. You might imagine the intuitive self as a glow of light. And as we journey through the physical body, you might sense the physical body and the different parts of the body dissolving into this glow of light, dissolving into this glow of intuition and wisdom. Begin by sensing the whole body. Feel for the breath. Feel for your attention and awareness tuning into the physical body, the whole body, and the breath. And then begin to bring your attention into the right side of the body and sense the right side of the body becoming more aware of the breath within the right side of the body. And as we move through the right side of the body, we'll touch upon different parts of the body, sense that part of the body, the breath, and then sense that part of the body dissolving, disintegrating into light. Beginning with the palm of your right hand. Notice the palm of your right hand, sense the breath. Palm of the right hand dissolving into light. Tip of the right thumb. Sense the tip of the right thumb. Notice the breath. Tip of the right thumb dissolving into light. Tip of the right index finger. Notice, sense the breath. Left, right index finger dissolving into light. Right middle finger. Ring finger. Pinky. Back of the right hand. Wrist. And the whole right arm. Right shoulder. Right shoulder blade. Collarbone. and the space between dissolving into light. Right side of the rib cage, right side lung, right side of the heart space, right side waist, low belly, low back, and the space between, dissolving into light. Right hip and the whole right leg, ankle, top of the right foot, sole of the right foot, right big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth. Sense the entire right side of the body. Notice the breath. Entire right side of the body dissolving into light. Bring your attention to the left side of the body. Notice, feel for the left side of the body. Notice the breath. Notice left side of the body breathing the breath. And then through the breath, sense left side of the body dissolving into light. Palm of the left hand. Feel for the palm of the left hand. Breath. And through the breath, palm of the left hand dissolving into light. Left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the pinky, back of the left hand, left wrist, and the whole left arm, shoulder, shoulder blade, collarbone, and the space between, dissolving into light. Sense the left side of your rib cage, left lung, left side of the heart space, left side waist, low belly, low back, and the space between, dissolving into light. Left hip and the whole left leg, left ankle, top of the foot, sole of the foot, left big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth. Whole left side of the body dissolving into light. Notice the back of the body, feel and sense the back of your body Feel the back of the body, breathing the breath. And through the breath, sense back of the body dissolving into light. Bottoms of your feet, back of the legs, tip of the tailbone, back of the hips, center of low back, and the entire backside of the spine dissolving into light. Back of the rib cage, lungs, and the heart space, space between the shoulder blades, outer edges of the shoulder blades, back of the shoulders, arms, hands and fingers, dissolving into light. Back of the neck, base of the skull, back of the head. From the crown of your head to your fingertips, to your toes, sense the entire back of the body dissolving into light. Bring your attention to the front of the body, front side of the body. Notice the physical contour of the front side of the body. Feel the front side of the body breathing. Notice the breath. And through the breath, front side of the body dissolving into light. Center of the forehead. Space between the eyebrows. Temples, cheekbones, upper jaw, lower jaw, and the space between dissolving into light. Space between the collarbones, front side of the rib cage, lungs, heart space, front of the shoulders, the arms, palms of the hands, fingertips, dissolving into light. Navel center, space above, space below. Front of the hips, front side of the legs, kneecaps, tops of the feet, and the tips of the toes. From the toe tips to your fingertips, to the crown of your head, sense the entire front of the body dissolving into light. And now sense front and back of the body, left and right sides of the body. Notice the breath and sense all sides of the body dissolving into light, returning to a state of integration and wholeness. All sides of the body, the space within you, the outer space beyond you, all sides of the body dissolving into light, allowing, returning to a state of integration and wholeness. And within this state of being, notice, observe sensations that linger in the body. Notice where within the body you might sense the feeling of darkness, like the quiet night sky surrounding you. Notice the feeling of darkness in the body. Notice the opposite. Notice light, the gentle glow of the full moon. Notice the feeling, sensation of light in the body. And then expand your awareness and notice, observe both the darkness and the light. The light and the darkness, like the gentle glow of the full moon, illuminating the quiet, dark night sky. Notice both within the body. And then notice where within your body you sense stillness, the deep quiet of floating without effort. Notice stillness in the body. Notice the opposite. Notice liveliness, the feeling of liveliness, being alive in the body, a subtle inner spark. Notice the feeling of liveliness in the body. And then notice both stillness and liveliness. Liveliness and stillness, notice both as one spectrum of sensation within the body. Notice the feeling of being tired, the body's readiness to rest. Notice the feeling of being tired in the body. Notice the opposite. Notice the feeling of being energized, renewing vitality beneath the surface of the tired body. Notice the feeling of being energized in the body. And then notice both. The feeling of being tired, feeling of being energized. Notice and feel. Allow for both. The body's readiness to rest and the renewing vitality of energy that lies beneath the surface. Notice both. And then gently notice the feeling of sleepiness. Notice within the body the feeling of sleepiness, perhaps drifting off to sleep, dissolving into sleep, into light. Notice the feeling of sleepiness in your body. And then notice the opposite. Notice the feeling of being awake, alert, and present. Notice the feeling of being awake in your body. And then notice and allow for both. The feeling of being asleep, sleepiness, deep rest in the body, and the feeling of being awake, present in the body. Notice and allow for both. Sleepiness, the wakefulness. Notice both as one spectrum of sensation within the body. And then allow all these sensations and any others to arise and to dissolve into light or dreamlike images appearing, disappearing, dissolving without effort or attachment, resting in the space, the spacious awareness that holds them all, the threshold where dreams form and the body and the mind restore. Feel for a little more softening in the space between the ears, where the thoughts begin to loosen and images begin to appear and to fade. Beginning to listen to the language of dreaming. In this state, the brain begins to integrate experiences, emotions, as the nervous system settles into deep regulation, preparing the body for a night of deep healing REM-like sleep, supporting emotional balance, memory consolidation, and clarity. Allow yourself to float with these passing images in the mind, sensations in the body, all held in your awareness of your experience as you remain floating in the moonlight, held by nothing, and yet supported by everything. Safe, suspended, and at rest. Allow yourself to remain here, resting and gently drifting between worlds of wakefulness and sleep. And as you rest here in this threshold, this balance between rest and wakefulness, lingering in the space, the language of dreaming, you might return to your intention and see it, feel it, sense it in your dreams with images that form behind the eyelids, with feelings that arise in the body, and eventually thoughts and the statement that supports your intention, your statement of truth. Whisper it to yourself within or out loud, and then speak it again a little more clearly, a little more loudly. Returning to the body, the physical sensation of the body, through the truth of your statement, your intention. And then breathe it in. Breathe it in deeply into the heart space. And as you exhale, let it go, allowing it to settle and to dissolve into the heart space, where it can then expand to take root into the body and the mind. And then allow yourself a slow, deep belly breath, gently awakening a little more fully, moving out of this dreamlike state, slowly, gently, to the physical body and eventually to the world around you. If you have the time and would like to rest longer, by all means, feel free to do so. If you would like to drift off into sleep, please feel free to do so. If you have things to do, things to wrap up from the day, allow yourself to do so, moving slowly and gently, taking this deep, relaxed state with you. We'll close the practice together. One final breath, breathing in through the nose. Feel for stretching your lungs, your rib cage, opening the heart space one last time. Big exhale, letting go. Letting go of the Yoga Nidra journey, which has now officially ended. When you're ready to move on to your evening, thank yourself first for showing up, for taking the time to slow down, benefit both body and mind, and to hopefully ensure a good night's sleep. This is a practice, though, so be patient with the practice. I'd like to thank each of you for showing up, allowing me to be your guide in this dreamlike state. I hope everybody has a wonderful, peaceful evening. Good night and sweet dreams. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.